What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Pino, and it's a pleasure to have you back. Today's topic is the 5 tips that I use in trading to help me become a consistently profitable trader. Over my I would say 4.5 years of trading now, these 5 tips has given me the direction I needed to start extracting money from the markets consistently, because it's changed the way I fundamentally think about trading. The first thing is to have 1 to 2 trading pairs. So that could be, if you're trading Forex, it could be 2 trading pairs. But if you're trading like futures, it would be, are you trading NAS and US 30, or you're trading US 30 and S&P 500, or you're trading US 30 and gold, or you're trading NAS and silver. Like, just pick 1 to 2 trading pairs. For me personally, I only trade with 1 pair, which is US 30. I haven't taken my eye off of US 30 for the whole year now. I only focus on 30. Why? Because I want to be so connected with US 30 that I've become proficient in reading its market movements. Personally, I still think, because I've been doing it for a year, but the market is ever changing, so you have to continuously learn. But me only sticking to 1 pair allows me to grow with it. So I always stay in line with just seeing how it's moving, because I'm trading the same thing every day. And it's like having a spouse, or having 1 job or whatever. If you have multiple jobs, then you gotta keep up with 2 things. But if you only have 1 job, then you only gotta keep up with your 1 job. If you have only 1 spouse, then you only gotta keep up with your 1 spouse. You feel me? If you have 1 kid, then you only have to keep up with 1 kid. But if you want 2 kids, hey, more the better. Why not? But I wouldn't say go above 2 pairs. Only max 2. 1 I do, but max 2. The next one is how much trade you take. Taking 1 to 2 trades max. Personally, I can take 1 to 2 trades. I'm flexible with that. Sometimes I only take 1 trade, and that's it. That's the day right there. But then there's other times where I would take 2 trades, and whether it be a win or a loss, I took 2 trades. So yeah, 1 to 2 max trades per day. Next thing, having only 1 session. Trade only 1 session. Don't trade London and New York. Personally, this is my advice, but you're gonna do whatever you want to do. I only trade the New York session. That is it. I tried trading 2 on more sessions. It doesn't work out that well. Why? Because you're on the charts more often. Now you're thinking about taking more than 1 or 2 trades. You feel me? Now you're thinking about trading more than 1 to 2 pairs. You might be trading, 30 in the morning in gold, and then during London session you're trading GBP JPY and GBP USD. Like, now you're doing a lot when you don't need to be doing a lot. You could just be relaxing, doing this thing, and being consistent in that. So I only say trade 1 session. If you can just focus in on that 1 session, you're gonna lock yourself in for greatness. I promise you, because you're gonna understand that session from start to finish and how it looks like usually. And when you have that 1 pair that you only trade, like if you only trade US 30, like myself, and you only pay attention to 1 session, like myself, and you only take 1 or 2 trades per day, according to the time of session and the pair, 1 or 2 trades a day, you'll start seeing consistency. Because why? You have now kept a variable consistent. The only variable that's not consistent for me is how much trades I might take in a day. I might take 1 or 2 trades. But for everything else, I only trade 1 pair, and I only trade 1 session. Also, 1 to 2 trading setups. What I mean by trading setups, that's the edge that you have on the charts. On the charts, you are able to say when price gets to, when it runs a high or a low, I'm looking for this, then I'm taking the trade. That's one strategy. Another strategy just consists of the same thing, but it's just not the same trade. So I personally trade only 1 strategy. I only take 1 strategy, 1 trade idea that I know, that's it. I don't have multiple trade setups. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe I should. Maybe I need to redevelop something so when I have trending days, I can able to capitalize on the movements like that. But I only trade the highest probable setup that I have, because I used to have multiple trading setups that I would take, and I have a playbook of the different setups. But I noticed some plays just really aren't that good. They're like 40% hit rate, and you have to wait for a TP3 on most of them. But most of them don't get TP3s. They'll get in like a TP2 or something like that. So it's like those trade ideas are just not worth it, because in the long term they only net like 30 or 40% of the time that they work. For this trade setup that I have, the one trade setup that I have, it results around 75 to, I would say 70, no, I would say like 50. Let's really realistic, because right now I can see that it's dropped. So it's really about like 50, 55 hit rate, and then it can go up to upwards of 70. It's a big gap, but the truth is, like, I was winning for a long time. So once you start taking losses, then it kind of equates. So I guess I have to wait for more data to see what it looks like over like a year or something like that, to even see if this strategy that I have really works well over a longer period of time. But for the period of time that I do have documented, it's probably worked 55% of the time with a 1 to 1.5, no, 1 to 1.75 risk to reward ratio. So almost a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio. So for every dollar that you're risking, you're going to make $1.75. So 1 to 1 is a dollar for a dollar. 1 to 1.75, a dollar for $1.75. Edge is still more profitable because it's above 50%, and the risk to reward is also there. Although the risk to reward is low, it's still higher than a 1 to 1. And I only achieved getting higher results on my 1 to 1s because I am aggressive with stopping out the losers faster and letting runners hit TP. So when I see a trade is just not working out, like it doesn't look good, I'm closing that for sure. But sometimes that can play against you. But for the most part, I know what I'm doing now because I'm journaling. So I'm only trailing my stop loss in accordance to structure zones that the trade is breaking, or the higher highs, higher lows, whatever it's creating. I'm just putting my structure there, because once it breaks structure again, the trade is done. Usually it goes to my stop loss high percentage of the time. So it's just understanding all of this over time. And last but not least, risk management. Risk management is everything. You need to have good risk management to last in the game long term, because you'll end up blowing accounts. You'll end up blowing prop firm accounts, or violating rules, whatever, because you're risking too much on an individual trade. You need to know how to risk management according to how much you have. So you're placing risk in accordance to what you have, what you can what you can lose without affecting you. By affecting you, that means like affecting you emotionally, affecting you financially, affecting you physically, because it hurts sometimes when you take a loss that's too big. You know, your heart beating stupid fast, and it feels like, so that's anxiety, that's stress, that's high blood pressure. So you're causing yourself harm because you're risking too much on a trade. So you might not think it hurts, but it's killing you slowly. If you can learn how to risk manage, you'll save yourself a lot of heartaches. You'll save yourself a lot of money. And you'll save yourself a lot of time. Why time? Because the less you are digging yourself in a hole, the further up you're going up. So instead of digging yourself deeper like that in a hole, you like this, you dig down, all right, cool, you're back up. You go down, all right, cool, back up. That's because your risk, when you're losing, you don't lose a lot. So you're not recovering heavy. You're losing a little bit and you're coming back. For me, I've lost a lot in the last 4 weeks. But for me personally, the market conditions totally changed. Now that we're in the environment of all-time highs, it's a whole new shift in environment because we haven't seen all-time highs since like 2021. So now I'm experiencing these points where it's hard to read market direction, market even movements, because there's nothing to look left to. It's just shooting up. So I'm having a tough time in these markets. But if I didn't have risk management, I would have just blown everything. Trust me, I still have money that even though I lost for 4 weeks, I'm still up. Even though I lost for 4 weeks, week by week by week by week, I'm still up. It does hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you, still hurts. But at least I know I'm still in the game. 4 weeks later of straight losing, I'm still here. I didn't wipe out the account. I still have all my funded accounts. I still have my personal account. Like, I could have blown all of that. 4 weeks of losing straight. People go crazy and lose everything. A lot of the times, people just go keep trading, over. Yo, people can go crazy. I used to do this. This is why when I'm saying this, all of this comes from my own experience. Like, I have gone through this. I'm battle tested. I know what the hell I'm talking about because these things have affected me. I had to shorten the amount of things that I was doing to put barriers around myself so I can be in the right direction. So I can be in alignment instead of keep going because the lanes are so wide. I'm just like this. I can't go too crazy. So it's just keeping steady and just keep going up. And you have to just put all of these together just like a sandwich. They all come together. And there is your strategy. That's your edge in the market. People think their edge in the market is only comes from the charts. No, actually. Your edge in the market also comes from what you do off the charts. But your edge in the market comes from your psychology. The psychology comes from the discipline, right? You practice doing one trading session, one pair, one time zone. You risk manage. It all comes down to you. So if you trade a one pair, you only take 1 to 2 trades, one session, 1 to 2 trading setups, and risk management.